So good morning, everyone. This is the panel discussion on leveraging South-South and triangular cooperation for the achievement of the ICP program of action and leveraging as an accelerator. This topic is really central to PPD's vision of positioning itself really as an organization that deploys South-South and triangular cooperation, or SSTC, for the achievement of the ICPD goals. And since we have a lot of unfinished business, as we discussed also yesterday, how can then SSTC really be an accelerator to get to the fulfillment of the ICPD program of action faster? That's the whole agenda for now. The topic is really of great strategic importance also to the UN in general. We're discussing this a lot in these days because, of course, also the SDGs are very much off track, as you know, and we have only 7.5 years left. We are at the midpoint of the SDGs. So the issue of how collaboration between countries can actually really accelerate us towards the SDGs. I do hope that you will find this discussion and the panelists' insights very instructive in deploying SSTC and the power of SSTC in promoting partnerships across countries to help achieve our shared or individual country goals. I'll try to make sure that also you, as the audience, have an opportunity really to share, to be engaged in this panel discussion and hear also from you, and you can ask, of course, the panelists some questions. But let me first introduce the panel very quickly before we start. We will start with a keynote address by Dr. Elia Zulu. He is the founder and executive director of the African Institute for Development Policy, AFIDEP. And AFIDEP actually this year was the recipient of the UN Population Award in recognition of outstanding contributions to population and reproductive health questions and to their solutions. So Dr. Zulu will give us the opening statement and the keynote address. That's followed then by 5 panelists on the podium with me. The first one is Ms. Lydia Zigome. She was already, of course, with us yesterday and did the opening statement on behalf of UNFPA. She's the regional director for East and Southern Africa based in Joburg, South Africa. Then Mr. Onward Chironda. Mr. Chironda is the FP 2030 Youth Focal Representative and Executive Director of My Age Zimbabwe. Then Dr. Bunyarit Sukrat. Dr. Sukrat is the director of the Bureau of Reproductive Health in the Ministry of Public Health in Thailand. That followed by Professor Stanzia Moyo. Professor Moyo is the chairperson of the Zimbabwe National Board of Family Planning and Dean of the Faculty of Social and Behavioral Sciences at the University of Zimbabwe. And then lastly, we have Professor Marvelous Mlohi. Professor Mlohi is Associate Professor and Senior Lecturer, Department of Demography, Settlement and Development, also at the University of Zimbabwe. The key questions in our panel today will be really about your, meaning the panelists, professional experience or study in which they can validate that SSTC is indeed an effective modality for the achievement of our goals, especially ICPD, of course. What can we do more? We'd like to hear what more we can do. And of course, as a global community and as individual development workers, what do you suggest we should do to realize the full potential of SSTC for the achievement of the ICPD goals? I'll stop here, and I will call upon our panelists, of course, to hear their views and experience after we've heard from Dr. Zulu. Each panelist will have about 7 minutes for their intervention, and then I hope we have some more time. So, without further ado, I'll give the floor to Dr. Zulu for his keynote address. Dr. Zulu, the floor is yours. Thank you.